back after a long hiatus. Sorry guys, kay nabisi si
Yes.
30 with something called Playfest, sponsored by whattoplay.com. Can you talk to us about that?
And from here, yeah. For some, yeah. Wow, that was a very quick intro,
I'm sorry.
right? It is episode 45 of Feed the Geeks. It's been a long time, guys. So, has been 2 weeks, right,
Yeah,
Bayani?
it was like first it was Playfest, and then I was like, "Can we record?" And then you were like, "My entire house has come down with the plague," and I was like, "Oh no, the chicken pox."
Yeah.
So no, ano na
The
sad ka?
chicken pox.
Nadalay
Yeah.
na sad ka?
Yeah, and there's a lot of things that play said. So at least karon, we're finally here and we're back with another episode of Feed the Geeks.
Yeah.
So Playfest, yes.
Yeah, unsa may
Yeah, I got to see. Oh, okay. What do you want?
Can you like
What do you
walk
wanna
me
know?
through unsa may ang theme sa Playfest kay I know that What to Play is all about video games, but kakita sa kog mga artist alley types, like people were selling like stickers and all that jazz. So unsa man jud ang Playfest, like what was it like a celebration of?
Yeah. If it's not What to Play, like trying to brand itself as this as a gaming company, it's also like a celebration of playing, like a celebration of video games in one event where everyone can have fun and play video games. Like, we had a PlayStation 5 station there. We
Whoa.
got an Xbox Series X station there. We got Switches all over the place. You can even bring your own Switches. We got a mini Valorant tournament up there, and it was hella hype. And we even got a tournament. We even got a mini tournament of this game called Getting Over It.
Oh,
Are you familiar with that
No.
one? The dude with the pickaxe trying to climb mountains and stuff.
he's like in a pot, and then like
Yeah, in a pot.
yeah, ka-weird ana nga game eh. Ah,
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, we made a tournament about that, and the person who gets the furthest in the game gets to win, like, prizes and shit. So Joshua was there. Your Retaso friends are there. Bin,
Oh, man.
even Bugs was there. They were selling merch, and the Artist Alley, really interesting. I get to collect a lot of designs, a lot of like postcards there, and most of them are like they share the same like vibes as I do. Like somebody likes Platoon, somebody likes Chainsaw Man, somebody likes I don't know, whatever. There, I even saw one like Ace Attorney there, so at least I'm like, that's nice, that's interesting.
Na yung mga
But all in
na yung
all,
mga cosplayers and stuff.
unfortunately, there were less cosplayers than we expected because it had rain. The weather wasn't cooperating with us lately during that time, but there were a handful of cosplays. I saw one Zelda cosplay there. I saw one Sky cosplay from Valorant. We even made our own cosplay in What to Play for Chainsaw Man. Like, it's a massive like dude with a massive chainsaw.
Whoa.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Kita
It's just a celebration of gaming where everyone can play games.
nakakakita na ka episode 1 sa Chainsaw Man.
Oh, yes. Have you seen it?
It was like I was whatchamacallit, I was come and go for it. Like I could either have it or not. But pag release nila sa katong opening, which was just like references to all these mga Kino movies, I was like, I have to watch this now. And then I watched dayon ko, and it's like murag, yeah, it's kind of shonen, but ano siya, like very unique ang design sa katong kita ka na yung author ng Chainsaw Man.
Fujimoto. Fujimoto.
Yeah, he likes movies, man daw sad. That's
He's-
why
Yeah.
like how is it apparent in the manga?
He's a Kino. There are a lot of Easter eggs, references to a lot of meme culture as well.
No?
So I think I recently shared a meme post there on Twitter that this girl saying that don't come to school tomorrow, and we know that it's a very like an iconic memeables
That's
yung
like
line.
iconic, boy.
And I laughed so hard at that one. Don't come to school tomorrow. I'm gonna stop your bullying problem. Don't come to school tomorrow. But there were a lot of references like troll faces, like the Virgin Walk, the Chad Walk. There's a lot of like hints there dropped on those manga frames. But in the anime, like yeah, I mean it's more obvious to put like movie references because it's actually moving right now. So yeah, what do you think about the first episode?
It's I'm still not a fan of when obvious ang CG ang when it shifts from CG animation to 2D animation. But so far like it still feels like a regular shonen lang. Like unique lang ang design niya sa monsters and like characters. I'm like, oh, this Chainsaw Man, he doesn't look like One Punch Man. He doesn't look like Goku or anyone from the I don't know. I'm gonna sound like an old man. Like anyone from the Genshin Impacts or whatever. Like so, unique kayo siya tanawon. So I'm like, oh, that this series has that going for it. And Tiny like really likes the premise though that simple wrong yung fantasy. He just wants to touch a boob, and I'm like, that's very relatable. Like kanang literally me kayo nga na character.
Yeah, like at least for once, like an anime character, an anime protagonist who actually has like realistic goals, right? Like going Hokage, that's not what you want. Going to be the best like guild in the world, that's not at all attainable. Or getting the One Piece, you get like 1,000 episodes for that. But this one, like Denji just wants to touch boobs.
Grabe.
But
An impossible
in context here in Chainsaw Man,
an impossible feat
what do you
for
mean?
many people who like anime. Like murag touch a boob,
oh yeah,
they will die.
bitaw no.
Never having known the warmth.
It is actually quite challenging for any anime fan out there. So, yeah, it's not that realistic at all. But in context here, like Chainsaw Man, the reason why Chainsaw Man gets a lot of attention because it's so weird. Like it's madness all over the place, and I'm not familiar with Fujimoto's old work. It's called Fire Punch, but it's also really wacky and crazy as shit now, according to like my friends. But Chainsaw Man is different here because in this world, like there exists a hell, a devil version of the of things that are regular to us. For example, there's a devil version of time, a devil version of a gun, a devil version of a spoiler or something, or maybe a devil version of a podcast. Eventually, maybe there's gonna be that
I
one
think
coming.
we're in it
But-
now.
and-
No, this is
Yeah, but to get powers in Chainsaw Man, you make a deal with that devil in exchange for something, for sacrifice in yourself. So that's what Denji did probably. I forgot what happened in that one. I only read the manga.
Yeah, it
So,
was like
the-
origin man jud ang episode 1, and then it's like, oh, he has the chainsaw dog, and then like kanang yeah, he's in debt. Katulad yung meme na what do Denji and the country of the Philippines have in common, and then it's like baon sa utang.
Lubog sa utang. Oh yeah. It is like yeah, pretty much relatable to every Filipino out there. So in Chainsaw Man they make a deal with that kind of devil in exchange for something in their body. Like they could take an arm, an eye, and then that's how they become, these superpowered freaks that we know today. But there's also a concept of fiends that I'm not gonna talk about. Okay, it's also a different thing. It's like, it's for another episode when we actually talk about Chainsaw Man. But this is just a primer for everything they need to know about Chainsaw Man.
Yeah, it's like after you said na siya yung mga memes in the manga, I'm like, okay, I guess like it's worth checking that out. Because usually para na ako, I think my attitude towards kind of mga manga and anime right now is medyo murag old school ra gihapon sila. Like no matter how forward they go, like murag, oh, they still have the rules lagi na like it can't be really really gay, or like if it's perverted, like you can't have nudity in it and unless it's already like a hentai nga na. So like if the way that you say it, like murag, oh okay, this sounds like murag mas current ang kanang author and like attune siya to the pulse of the internet culture.
Yes, yeah. He does have a good taste of Kino, and so far, as of the moment, he doesn't have any cancelable statements, so he's actually a pretty decent human being. So at least we got that. Unlike,
Like
thing with are we jumping to another topic
wow,
from the
who got
Bayonetta issue?
canceled?
Or
Bayonetta got canceled.
unfortunately, Bayonetta got like oddly like she got into the spotlight. Her voice actress. Are you
Yeah.
following that issue?
Yeah, it did because I was like, I became the nahimor ako og Bayonetta fan like months before the release of the third game because I realized how hot the protagonist was and how like unabashedly sexy the franchise is, and I was like, this is for me. I support horse and sluts in this page, and like uh and I was already like, oh, maybe I should check out Bayonetta because na may Switch diri. But then the voice actress was like, they only offered me $14,000 and for a multi-billion-dollar franchise, and I please ask you to please boycott this game. And I'm like, and sakto naman sad, like, I don't know how voice actor rates are, but the fact that she has been working on the franchise for such a long time, like, since 2006 pa siya nag-voice ni Bayonetta, I'm like, yeah, she kind of deserves more for being the main character, but I guess lahi because Dabra man sad siya na actress, so like, I'm pretty sure it's a whole
But she's
nother
the
thing
main
with
voice.
yeah, but like in Japan, it's like essentially nobody gets to hear her product. So like, and that's where they
No,
make
sadly.
like 80% of the like all of the game is made there, and then she just gets to like dub it. It's like if ang voice ni Goku sa Tagalog is like murag nagdidemand po ako ng royalties from the anime studio, and then I'm like, and then the dub people are just like, dude, we just changed the voices, like we don't have any power over the game. But I don't know how that system is set up.
But it's actually very like weird, right? That's why there's like voice actor unions to actually pay voice actors like well compensated, because there's an underlying issue with voice actors right now. Like they don't get much, pay from their work, even though it's merely voices. I mean, it requires a lot of talent, and then now that we're at voice actors, we're also in What to Play as well. Like we do voice acting, and then that's
Oh
also
yeah.
like
Why haven't
Yeah,
I
I mean, we're
been
not that
contacted
popular.
for a job? 30. You're
there's a lot of you're out there, Bayani. You're out there in Manila,
yo.
and then
I'm out here. I'm out here slinging my voice at people, and this is my my What to Play voice. It's like, for more, check out whattoplay.com. Link in the description box below. But
That is a very weird plug that we have right now. But were you ever updated on the case with that Helena Taylor actress, voice actress?
they
Because
revealed.
apparently she lied.
Did she lie?
Yeah.
But I
I mean,
hashtag believe women.
Idiot. Like, I mean, there was like a lot of misinformation spread on that video itself. Like, according to her, she's only paid like $4,000 just for that gig lang daw. When in fact, the truth is she gets like $15,000 for 4 sessions, and then that's like really big for a VA. I'm not sure how the rates work, but that's already good enough for VAs. And then she's even like requested to make a cameo appearance if she declines the voice acting gig, but she declined that cameo as well. So there's a lot of issue between these back and forth like corpo stuff. But what I'm more interested in right now is that the other voice actress, the one who replaced Bayonetta, she's a very popular VA. Like, I forgot her name, but she's Jennifer Hale. Yeah, she does a lot of voice work for a lot of video games. I remember her as the Mass Effect girl, Commander Shepard. She's
Oh,
the
okay.
girl version of Shepard, and there's a lot of projects but after that one. And then she got wrongly like canceled on Twitter just because she's taking Bayonetta's spot. And then she also voiced her concerns that she has no idea what this is. Like, she doesn't want to get she doesn't want to get herself involved. But it's very, very, very crazy to
Yeah.
think that this is how
Yeah.
the state of VAs. Like,
Yeah. Honestly, like Morag, besides the VAs, it's like there's been a recent outcry from the animation community, like online, like the fact that Cartoon Network is closing down and getting absorbed by WB, and then like the entire HBO Max na gidelete daw nila ang tanan nga animation from any platform, and like before that there were the writers for animation who were like comparing their wages na murag, hey, this is kind of bullshit na this is just as much work when working with live action, but since it's animation, you guys are paying me like cheaper. So I'm like, okay, this is a whole big issue that I have no idea about, or like I don't
yes,
even know anyone
that a
related to
podcast
it.
can't do anything.
We are not powerful
a mere
enough.
podcast. Yeah. So I guess that's just that for the topic. Like,
Yeah.
it's just awareness that there's a lot of ongoing issues
Yeah.
in that community.
Yeah. Speaking of voice actors, like, do you think they're paying Sasha Grey properly for appearing in Cyberpunk?
Oh man, probably. Like, she's a big name.
Yeah.
Oh man, now that we're gonna talk about Cyberpunk, we're going back to the Cyberpunk.
No,
bit
no, no,
again.
no.
Come
I'm
on.
just like Murag. I'm just excited for Sasha Grey because like, I kind of didn't know what she was up to besides the porn, which she stopped in 2010, and then like. She was making headlines. The Murag Sasha Grey is gonna be in the Cyberpunk DLC, and then I was like, "Oh, really cool! She's gonna be like a DJ there." And then naka-realize ko na Murag, she's been reinventing herself. So she's now a Twitch streamer apparently, and I'm like, what the fuck? No, like this is so weird. But at the same time, like congratulations to her for like rebranding herself like that. But I think
I mean, it's interesting to see these adult actors and actresses trying to reinvent themselves in another medium like gaming. So there's a lot of streamers, there's a lot of porn actors nowadays that are going into video games. Like just recently, Eva Elfie, she's a huge fan of Dota 2, and she's interviewing random pro players in the TI event. She's asking questions there, making everyone feel uncomfortable. Like, I saw you on screen. I saw you on screen. But she's there, like getting her presence known, and then talking to people. And it's interesting to see them doing that one. But in the state with like Cyberpunk 2077, it's also very in line with Sasha Grey's new work that he's a DJ now. Because there's a
really?
new radio station in the DLC. Yeah, she's a DJ.
like in
And
IRL.
I'm not IRL. Yeah.
Oh wait, no
And
way.
I'm not sure if she makes music or she just does the thingy, but she's into music. She's into the music scene now. And what else? Yeah, in Cyberpunk, the new update, the Phantom Liberty, the new DLC coming next year, it has a new radio station featuring like indie artists. They can just Cyberpunk, like CD Projekt Red actually encourage everyone to like get your own music, put it there, and then we'll put it on, like we'll play it while you
Wow.
ride. It's interesting. It's interesting.
A studio for the people. Yeah, but
Oh wow.
do you think they're gonna use Sasha Grey's like face for her character, like they did with Keanu?
Probably. Oh yeah, probably. Like, there's nothing wrong with like putting her in a side quest, like maybe a side quest on the other side, like helping her fix whatever happens on her studio. Maybe I don't know, because the main point of her studio is that it's all about like rumors and chit chats from across the realm of like Night City. So she's gonna talk about urban legends. She's gonna talk about like the lore behind everything in Night City. So maybe she could get caught up with the wrong people, and then we might have a side quest for that with her.
I think there's also a big elephant in the room. I don't know if anyone is ballsy enough to ask. can we fuck Sasha Grey in the Cyberpunk game? Like, murag, if she's an interactable character, can we fuck her?
Oh no, I'm not even sure, Bayani, but like that already. I mean, she gave up her porn status like years ago now, so I guess she doesn't want to go back to that
Hey, but
that era
hey,
of hers.
the fact that
This is a new identity for her, so at least that's good. And
the fact that she's still saying like namurag Sasha Grey ragihapon yung pangan, it's like I think at some point that's still kind of embracing the persona because like you know like that's how we know her. But
oh yeah, but but she did announce to everybody that she's changing her brand, so the Sasha Grey name actually rings a bell. So if anyone wants to like use the word Sasha Grey, everyone was like, oh, it's like the Maria Ozawa of white people. So I guess
Maria Ozawa of white
that's
people.
that's a thing.
hey, like Maria Ozawa, I have no idea what she's been up to. like, I guess
Oh, for some reason, she's here in the Philippines. She's vibing here
yeah.
for some reason.
yeah, I met her, and apparently, like, katong friend nako who was kind of like sub Maria Ozawa wrangler when she came over. She was just like, we noticed something about Maria that she really doesn't like being next to the male na guest, and I'm like. Yeah, I understand that. Kay, some people are very, very grabby, especially like, kanang, based on the quote unquote sex workers I've like had talked to. They're like the worst clients of all are Filipinos. They're touchy and everything, and they don't have any money. And I'm like, wow, okay, Pinoy,
Really?
Pinoy pride.
That's pretty funny. God damn.
yeah.
But yeah, porn stars.
Yeah, okay.
Good for them for like grinding, hustling. That's
Yeah.
good.
On the more kanang PG side of things, you wanted to talk about T Swift. What has T Swift been up to with the Arctic Monkeys? Like, I keep seeing like more Arctic Monkeys boyfriend and Taylor Swift girlfriend are like the toxic
Oh,
couple.
that was just my tweet.
Like, what is that?
Come on. Actually, it's nice to be a music fan right now. If actually you're into these artists, like, pretty sure everyone knows Taylor Swift, Arctic Monkeys, because apparently they released the 1975 Taylor Swift and Arctic Monkeys released their new album within a span of just a few weeks with each other. So we're actually going back to 2013 with all these big music drops with these good artists, and I'm not sure if that's your cup of tea, but I'm actually enjoying the new Arctic Monkeys sound, and it's very, very chill. Like, it's perfect when you're vaping on the window and then
gross.
listen to these lounge music.
Just
Yeah,
just waiting
Like-
for your next
it's like-
Valorant match.
yeah, well, fuck you.
I
But
saw-
yeah, just like Alex Turner's voice, like I fucking hate Alex Turner, man. Like he's cool. He's so cool. Like he's perfect, and then
Yeah.
listening to his voice,
Yeah,
crazy.
I was
shit.
like, kanang college, I was listening to Arctic Monkeys. I was there when it was like written. Lamurag, I don't know, like my band would cover Arctic Monkeys songs sometimes, and then like after Ningawas ang katong ilang hit katong Are You Mine, and then that was like their mainstream hit na it was playing on Jeeps, and then I was like, yeah, what mainstream naman dating Arctic Monkeys, like di na lang ko ane. And then I kind of lost them. But
Wow.
I know that Alex Turner was like he was the one who made the soundtrack for Submarine, and then I was like, oh, that's a solid soundtrack. Like, I love all the songs from that movie. And then that's how I find music. I'm like, I'm a soundtrack guy, and like, oh, like the Arctic Monkeys guy is still doing this. So that was kind of my last exposure to anything remotely Arctic Monkeys. Yeah, but now that they're back,
That's a very different time that you were a fan, because right now, yeah, they're back, and it's a very different time compared to years before, because Alex Turner has actually changed his music style in these like new albums with these lounge acts na. It's like you're in a Las Vegas nga casino and then listening to his voice. Kuha na lang kaya cigarette, and he's like probably Elvis uh, I don't know if who's the Blade Runner dude. My who's the Blade Runner guy who was?
Harrison
It's quarter
Ford.
to three. No. The dude who smokes on like. It was on a Blade Runner movie, and then he was a hologram and a Las Vegas guy. I forgot his name.
Oh man, I
But
forgot.
it's like, it's my dad's favorite, Frank Sinatra. Fuck.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
that kind of thing. So he's getting there, and then I separate the Arctic Monkeys fans from the Are You Mine listeners to this new Star Treatment Tranquility Base listener. So there are two kinds of people, Arctic Monkeys fans. So if you like the past ones, the rock ones, yeah, you're great. Yeah. But if you like the loungy ones, like, pretty bass.
my favorite meme na Arctic Monkeys is kanang, I lied, I don't like the Arctic Monkeys. Now take off your clothes.
Yeah. And also, we still have Taylor Swift to talk about.
How is
but
she? Like,
I'm not really a huge. She's doing fine, I guess. She's more on the indie side now that after her record label screwed her, right? Remember that one? Yeah, she's apparently going indie now, so she has more creative freedom, more stuff to do. So this new album is really, really dreamy. Like, it's like dream pop. Like when you could listen to it and then you could fall asleep probably. And it also appeals to young women.
of
So
course.
there's a lot of love, hate, and Twitter, TikTok in there. So
Yeah, I was like, I was wondering ba about Taylor Swift kay she made all those waves katong when she released the katong what's the Jake Gyllenhaal video again? The one where she's kanang trashing him.
I forgot, but it was a 10-minute version.
Yeah, it was like
all too well.
all too well Taylor's
All Too Well.
version, right? And then
yeah.
I was talking
Yeah.
to my mga hardcore Swiftie na friend, and then like she was like really really into Taylor Swift, but now like in her like wisdom, she was like na-weirdan siya sa katong Taylor's version na why she would still stick to it. Kay like it felt like Taylor was kind of acting pretty high school na murag Jake Gyllenhaal couldn't go to her thing because it was like he's Jake Gyllenhaal, he's super fucking busy like murag, and it's just a party. Like why are you still holding on to that shit? Na murag kanang like he didn't go to my party, I'll never forgive him, and then it's like I remember it all too well, and I'm like, dude, it's a party. Like I can understand when people can't go to my birthday, and like if uyab na ko si Jake Gyllenhaal,
Isn't that just the issue though?
yeah.
Isn't that just the issue? I thought the issue was more like Jake Gyllenhaal was manipulative. She's exploiting T Swizzle there for some reason. I don't know what the real story is, but there's a lot of abuse there in between though with Jake Gyllenhaal and their relationship together. So I'm not fully aware of that whole story, but
What would you expect?
it's not just about missing the birthday party. No,
What
don't
would you expect?
the-
He's like he gaslit Spider-Man into like like giving him the Tony Stark glasses. He's gonna do it to T Swift.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah. Like the real Mysterio. It's pretty it's also very on brand with Taylor Swift to like be petty about Jake Gyllenhaal
Yeah,
is that gay.
exactly.
That's her kind of music. That's her kind of music. Like she's a high school chick. She writes about songs about high school girls but right now with Folklore with this new album called Midnights, it's actually very more like subdued, and then it's we're like it's like we're Fantano here. We're Anthony Fantano here talking about
Who is that?
music shit.
Is this a character
You
from The
have no
Sopranos?
Are you fucking kidding me, Bayani? Anthony Fantano makes music reviews on the internet. He's a very popular YouTube art.
I don't.
How do you not know?
I don't watch music reviews. The music review is I listen to the first 10 seconds and go like, it's a bop or it's not. And I'm like, that's the review.
You have to capture the album in its entirety, Bayani, not just one song. That's what makes the album great. But Anthony Fantano is a very popular guy, and then he rates and reviews music, and then he once dissed on Kanye's albums, and then everyone hated on him for that. But he's a pretty cool guy. I mean, you don't have to take his opinions very seriously, but Yeah, he's very popular.
Eh,
What do we talk about?
weird.
But yeah, the Midnight's album. It's more on the more adult nga mga women na. So I guess that's good enough for Taylor.
Yeah, it's like right now I realize Jud na good artists kind of evolve from their type of music na murag, oh yeah, you can be singing about all this high school stuff right now, and then like you have to like change Jud eventually to just keep being relevant in the scene. Like I don't know how Weird Al does it. Na murag, he's just doing parodies of songs all the time, and then people still like him. But like, but like
Yeah, right?
yeah,
No?
but like, the thing about artists, like especially when it comes to music, like, yeah, that's what Eli Bundia's been doing, I guess. Like Morag, he's always doing a different thing, and he has like I think 5 different bands. But yeah, uy, mo ano ka? Like, what's your take on E-Heads? Are you gonna go?
I'm not a big E-Heads fan. I'm gonna put it there.
Oh,
But I know their songs, so sorry if I'm not really interested with that one.
Zoomer ka pala, bro.
But no, I know their songs. Like, I mean, if they could be in, the tickets are expensive,
Yeah.
man. It's like it's overpriced. Like, it's a Filipino band playing for the Filipino audience. It should have a Filipino fucking price.
Yeah.
Why are we paying $80 or more for this fucking price,
boy.
man?
And like, the problem nila was that katong the guitarist guy, he got canceled. I think he molested someone, and
Oh,
I hear-
Not I think. It's actually confirmed that he's molesting someone.
na
Sexually abusing, right?
yeah, I think niece daw niya, or I really don't wanna. I don't wanna be misinformed about it, but like everyone is like, I can't even go because that money is gonna go to that guy, and then like morag, like even me lang sa gani, and it's like I love the Eraserheads. They were like karang, whereas you don't care for them, they were like formative band na ko pagka high school, and then like, you know, like I get feelings when I hear the songs, if that makes sense. And like I was like, whoa, they're coming back.
Yeah.
And then the cheapest ticket was like 3,000, and I was like, dude, that's like at least in the middle of the event ticket na ng 3,000. I'm like, do you think during this recession where everything is expensive, like more people can afford to pay like kinda, oh no, 3,000 ba ang cheapest one? Or was it 6,000?
I have no idea.
I just remember it's
have no
ridiculously expensive. Like Morag, I just saw the lowest one and I was already like, dude, who's gonna afford this? Like, hindi to para sa masa. And I was like,
I know,
yeah,
right?
all of the people complaining.
Yeah, but apparently a lot of people also bought the shtick and bought the tickets
Yeah.
and don't see any concerns at all. Like, it's still an Eraserheads comeback and everyone's still gonna watch it.
Yeah.
So
And
they did that, I guess.
yeah, and some people are like going na Morag, bakit kayo nag-ano na local band lang sila? 'Di ba deserve nila ng ano, ng they should be paid for what they're worth, even if they're just a Filipino band. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of like telling like people who can't afford it that like, well, not for you.
Sa YouTube ka na lang.
Yeah.
Sa YouTube ka na lang.
Sa katong unsa tong
Yung mga Vivo videos at 360p.
sa to lyric nila sa ano, sa Facebook live na lang pala kita may tatanaw. And then like we're like,
What? I have no idea what that is.
because the lyric goes, let me as per the song, sa panaginip na lang pala kita maitatanaw. And then everyone is putting the comment na
alright.
sa Facebook live na lang pala kita maitatanaw. But they're gonna be rolling in it. Like
yeah.
the mosh pit tickets that are worth 15K, those apparently sold out to God
Yeah.
knows who.
Yeah, but can you explain the mosh pit tickets for me? What does it mean?
Yeah, they're
Like,
right
why
next
is there
to
a
the
mosh
stage.
pit?
I'm pretty sure if Eli Bundia decided to spit like kanang ano, you will get hit. Like that's the mosh pit area.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, there's like
They're not gonna do some, moshing there.
I don't know. Magmosh ba dyan ang people?
Are they gonna
ano?
mosh to like Ang Huling El Bimbo.
They have some mga fast songs, and then like but based on my experience in the local scene, it's the people that are more of like the moshers are kind of like the people with nothing to lose, and then the people who are just like Morag, I have responsibilities in the morning, are usually the people in the table that are just
Yeah.
watching. And I'm like, Morag, that's
Like,
odd.
You can't afford 15K. I mean, you can't spend 15K and then put yourself there and then like get yourself dirty for something, right?
Yeah, like
like get yourself messy and all. So I don't believe that crap. So yeah, there's probably no moshing there.
Yeah.
And maybe a lot of complaints.
Can I ask you?
Who knows?
Can I ask you, like, for an artist that you like, which artist are you willing to pay 15,000 for a ticket?
Oh man, I swear if Arctic Monkeys could come in the Philippines, I would.
15K?
Or are we going local?
Y-
Yeah. Are we going local? or
If
something?
local, kinsa
But
man.
if it's international, 15K is too cheap. If local, I would watch, let's say, I mean, I'm a huge fan of Cobra Commander, but I've never watched them live.
Oh, really?
Like, not even once. Like, for some reason, yeah. I'm a huge fan of Cobra Commander, and then the tickets are cheap because it's all like indie.
Yeah, mga...
I would like to see Hail, maybe.
Hail?
Chico Sai. Chico Sai needs to come back. Chico Sai needs to come back, man. Come on.
I bet. Like, I think also the Eraserheads thingy, I think they're being touted as a festival because I remember seeing a poster with all the other acts on it. So it's like, okay, if the final thingy is the Eraserheads, all these other bands are also coming. So I'm like, okay. So if it's not just E-Heads, but maybe people thought na, E-Heads lang to pero this much.
Oh no. So is Tonya Markova like gonna play there
Oh
or
my
something?
god, I love Tanya
Or
Markova.
yeah. Oh man, I miss those bands. I miss Mixed Daily Top 10. Can you please put me back to that era? Come on.
I like
wanna go back in time.
Radioactive Sago Project and
Oh yeah, that one. I know that
Yeah.
one as well. I only know a few songs.
I
though.
was like,
Oh, I also like Someday Dream. Someday Dream needs to come back and then release another one-hit wonder with Hey Daydreamer.
You're-
That's another.
you're making some of these bands up. I do not know.
It's on Mixed Daily Top 10, and I'm a huge like. I watch it every 6 a.m., every 6 p.m. before I go to class. It's going back.
Oh, man.
It's taking me back.
I
actually.
could not. Like, when it comes to kind of mga MTV, usually it has to be on something visually interesting for me to be dazzled. Like, I always want to spend my TV time watching something with a story and dialogue. So, like, whenever someone puts it to mix, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Like, kadang, it's just 3-minute snippets, and then where is the
Wow.
art? like, now,
It's actually my gateway to music.
Yeah.
So
I was like
Yeah.
that kind of pretentious kid, and I was like, I was only on MTV for the Pimp My Ride and Gatong Celebrity Deathmatch, and I was like, where the hell are those
yeah,
shows?
those were the good times.
Yeah, but karon na ako karon ako in my old age na nag. Oh yeah, these
my
are
old age.
music videos are also pretty fun and they're very artsy. Wow, we went into a long tangent about music unexpectedly. Thanks,
Yeah.
T Swift.
Oh, yeah, it still goes in line with geeking. Like, we're still geeking about these bands. So yeah, we still have Star Wars to talk about,
Oh, dude.
and Rings of Power,
Oh man,
and She-Hulk,
but
and who knows? We missed a lot.
yeah, I don't know, like, Morag, if we have time to talk about any of that, like, because, well, I guess Rings of Power, I'm waiting for everyone to catch up. Kay tungod, House of the Dragon has been, like, siya ang nag-dominate jud sa Twitter right now, and then, like, ma-drown out ang Rings of Power, and it doesn't help that the free folk people are also, if they can't hate anything about House of the Dragon, and they find things like murag they already have their D&D na victim like murag they will shit on Rings of Power, and I'm like murag, yo dude, like I'm just having fucking fun with my Lord of the Rings. Why do you have to bring it here on Free Folk and then be shitty about it? Yeah, and then
Yeah.
like but ikaw, asa how far did you get?
No. I'm already at episode 7 in Rings of Power, and then I can already tell you, man, that there's a lot of questionable writing there that I think I don't know what they're doing. Like, I know there's a lot of like Tolkien nerds saying that there's a bit of lore here. It actually makes sense in the books. Like that this is what they did, but the character arcs, it's weird. The pacing is different. Like, what are they doing here? What's something to do with the dam and all?
How
Can
many-
they just destroy it or something?
How many episodes are left for you?
One more. It's 8 episodes, right?
I don't know. I don't know. Want to spoil it or anything? Like,
The last episode that I checked was like something blew up and then created something. And then after that, the aftermath on that something that blew up. So I think the last episode is gonna be after that one.
Yeah, it's the I don't know. Yeah, the last episode I have here, according to my Amazon Prime Video subscription, is like
The Alloyed.
it's episode 8 now. It's the last one, and I'm like, oh, you thought it was questionable because I liked it padung sa end. Like, the entire build-up of the show is super slow. I'm falling asleep every
know.
episode. Like, murag, I wake up in a dazed state. Like, murag, what year is it? Na murag, is season 2 out? Like, okay, but
Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm watching Rings of Power casually na lang. Kay I just want to like get this over with. Like, I'm not looking forward to something in Rings of Power. Like, I know that there's a war brewing. I know what's gonna happen after this one. But compared to House of the Dragon, I'm actually more invested to the dialogue. Like, there's a lot of like going back and forth with these like political power and shit. But in Rings of Power, it's just Galadriel like girl bossing everyone and gaslighting, gatekeep, and although maybe she's trying to be, they're trying to portray her as this like YA protagonist for now that she has to grow up eventually someday. But right now, like Galadriel is like, I don't find her likable as a character.
that is where
in Rings of Power right now.
where we find a divide because I fucking love Galadriel. Like, murag,
But I like her character.
Galadriel.
She's cute.
Not just
I know you're
cute.
simping, right?
Like, murag, her
Yeah.
voice is so nice, and then like murag, whenever she's just staring at people and going like, "Will you stand with me?" And I'm like, "Yes, I will." You have my
But
podcast.
But you're just simping over these like things that you see there. But in essence, her character isn't really growing on me right now.
I guess for me it's like a lot of people are hating on the character because this isn't my Galadriel, but I'm like, it's called a character arc, you moron. It's like you have to watch her like hate on the humans and be like, Morag, the elves are the best, and then like Morag, so that she can learn her big lesson. And I think that comes in the last episode. Okay, like I'm super invested in the show. Like, Morag, I have to admit, it's not as scandalous or as exciting as kanang Hot D, but like, it's very kanang clean fantasy, and it feels like you're watching the Lord of the Rings movies. Na, like, in the Lord of the Rings movies, they're big sit downs that you have to sit 3 hours and just like, you just enjoy the characters existing and then like some expositioning each other. It's not always sunod-sunod na naay scandal na nahitabo. So it's like, it feels like clean, complicated fantasy. And which, like, you know what? I don't hate this. I really like it, actually. And
Yeah, I'm not saying I hate the show. Like, there's something's weird lang when it comes to like a lot of things there. But maybe it could be easily fixed with another season
No.
if
Yeah.
Bezos could dish out another budget.
Do you already know how it ends? Like based on
Not
the
yet.
internet. Oh, so you don't know who Sauron
Um,
is pa or yung ano?
I I got hints. Like people told me who the fuck that is, so I already know. I got a hint now. But it's pretty obvious when I'm actually watching it that that person is actually Sauron.
Di man, I was like, I was I was expecting to be wrong the entire time. I was just like Morag, well, like checkbox, 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 but it's still pretty vague, and that feels like kind of, it's like out there na inga nang I guess. But then it's like, oh, I guess they were like saktong speculations, and I'm like, oh well, I liked it.
I actually have two characters in my mind right now who is who is Sauron.
Kids,
So what you're saying is like it's still so vague. I still have no idea actually because my friends are telling me this guy is Sauron. This guy is Sauron. He's Mephisto. So I don't know who the hell these
Sasha
are.
Baron Cohen is Mephisto. Yeah, but
I still have no idea who Sauron is, by the way. I need actual confirmation when I finally watch it.
yeah, finish it
Maybe
tonight.
it's the other guy, or maybe it's the other guy.
Finish
yeah, I'll
it
finish
tonight.
it tonight.
I was like, Morag, I really like the ano jud, like mas spoil jud ka, di ko makaano, but yeah, Rings of Power
next
good.
episode, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, Rings of Power good.
Yeah.
She-Hulk weird, but I still like it.
Weird.
Like
What do you think?
the meta ending, I was like, yeah, I guess it fucking works. But she can't use this like in the future. Namurag, I think the finale also kind of like already put a plug on that. Okay, she can't do this anymore. Like this is the last time she's gonna destroy the Disney Plus streaming site to talk to Kevin. And I was like, oh, okay.
Very meta, right? And it's also one of the rare Marvel movies that are very self-aware with their audience. So
Exactly.
I'm actually laughing my ass off every time they talk about incels or people who hate She-Hulk. So it gives me a little giggle there, like, haha, all right, that's good.
Yeah, and they're like they spew the exact rhetoric of the incels. They're like, Morag, I wouldn't hate her if she was like, I mean, I would be just as harsh if the character was a man, you know, like Morag or like Morag, why do they have to keep taking like, isn't the Hulk his own superhero? Why can't she make her own? And I'm like, okay.
And they even predicted how they would react when they had, sex with this popular iconic superhero. And then on the next episode, She-Hulk was like bragging it on screen and then like probably teasing the fans out there. This is what happened. You can't do anything about it.
Yeah, it's like She-Hulk smash Daredevil apparently. And I'm like, I love this show. It's like they know exactly how to make fun of all the people. But yeah, it's like,
But I still hate. I'm still tired from all this Marvel bullshit.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun.
I mean, can you say that with Wakanda Forever, which is coming like next week, November 9?
Oh my god. November 9? Oh no. Coming on the same day as God of War Ragnarok?
Oh no!
It's a good day for nerds and geeks.
Yeah, I was like, I should pre-order it na, no? 500 Data Blitz? Sige.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna tell you this right now, Bayani. The pre-order is already cut off because
Shut
there's
up!
a lot of people pre-ordering na.
Fuck
Yeah,
you,
so
man!
you can't
I
do
was
anything
there
anymore.
just 2 days
Yeah.
ago. How dare
Did they
you?
say that there's still a slot? Did they tell you there's still a slot?
I don't know. Like, they're probably making a lot. Fuck. I was waiting for my payday. It's a fucking Data Blitz. But, hey,
yeah.
speaking of superheroes.
Please sponsor us.
Speaking of superheroes, are you ready to change the world? Like, kanang morag, sana, fuck, what's yung mga taglines aning, I'm not a hero. If you can't be the world's savior or you can be its destroyer. I'm sorry, it's super vague.
What the fuck are you talking about?
I'm talking about The Rock, bro. Kana Black
Oh
Adam.
man, Black Adam. I haven't seen it, but I know you see it. So,
Yeah.
can you talk about it like
So-
as short as possible? Like
Okay.
as short as their Rotten Tomato score. Like,
Oh
please
my-
tell me.
But it's another one of them. It's the critics versus the audience. Namurag. The audience is starting to like question the critics like they're some kind of aristocrats like Murag. Why must we listen to the opinions of these people? Like Murag, the people have spoken and we have loved Black Adam, and like all the other comic book people are simping for it. Like for me, while I was watching it, I was just like laughing now because The Rock is so passionate about the project. And whenever you hear him talk about it, he's like talking about his opus na murag kanang, I was born to play Black Adam. Like murag kanang, I just look at this character. And he's not a regular character. He's just like a different kind of beast, this guy. And then I was like, murag, it's gonna be so... I was already anticipating it that it's gonna be so bad. And I was right. And then, it's like Venom but DC. Like, it's even worse than Venom
Oh my
pagani ang
God.
pagka-cheesy niya. Like, I swear, like, see, Black Adam is supposed to be this, like, this super tyrant or something, but he's friendly with kids. There's a 12-year-old kid character who's, like, walking around and excited to be friends with Black Adam, and Black Adam is, like, the Terminator who's just like, I don't understand what you're saying, but he's just trying to be serious, and in his pagka-serious, it becomes a joke. Like, the kid is like, hey Adam, maybe you should get like a catchphrase or something. And then Black Adam was like, all right. And then the entire movie is Adam trying to say his catchphrase in front of people. And then I'm like,
Oh my god.
we're
A
like,
Gene Porter scenario again?
yeah, exactly. Like, murag, he's trying to so tell him that the man in black sent you, and then he's like, murag, he's always like fumbled it some way ang pag-delivery niya, and then like, like, and then by the last board he gets to say it, and I'm still like, murag, it's so bad, and it's so hilarious, like.
Oh man.
but bring
How
your, yeah.
What?
Bring
my
your kanang imong mga sarcastic movie friends who like to like shit on things na that are like hyper superhero. Bring them to that shit. Like this thing, the 12-year-olds will love it. It will probably feel like murag the most inspiring thing to a 12-year-old boy. Like murag makakita siya like murag if it's like what they probably wanted Man of Steel to be if it wasn't serious. He's that kind of character, you know? And like what I can say is that the characters are fun enough to watch. Like this movie is dumb and it's definitely a step back in the superhero genre, but like I wasn't bored the entire time. Like visually the movie is still very dazzling, and like the action scenes, like see Dr. Fate, it's like it's still Doctor Strange, but it's like fantastic visually ang kanang pagportray sa iyang powers. And then Hawkman is like Hawkman is kind of a very boring character in that he's written in a way na murag, there are heroes and villains, and like you are not a hero, Black Adam. And then Black Adam like kills people, and then Hawkman is trying to reprimand him like some kind of like angry big brother that's like, what did I tell you about killing people, Black Adam? Like Murad, I told you no more extrajudicial killings. And then like he says that exactly like that. Like Murad, I told you no more extrajudicial killings. I'm sorry.
Alright,
I'm gushing.
alright.
It's just like Murad,
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
I want you to watch the movie so badly, so I can like Murad, I really want to hear what you think about it, because it's just like I need someone to laugh with me. Like Murad, I'm not crazy, right? Okay, I feel like the comic book community is kind of gaslighting me online because they just keep talking about how much they like the movie, and I'm like, Morag, because it's stupid, right? And then like, but they're like, Morag, oh my god, The Rock is at his best. The Rock is like elevated. It's surreal, and I'm like, no, he's still just The Rock, and like, what the fuck, everyone?
What is up with that image that's been memeing a lot on the internet about The Rock like landing on his head first on the sky, like doing like that? Have you seen that one?
I've only seen one that says his kid named Finger, and I'm like, Morag, I get that, and it's not supposed to make sense.
Oh, yeah.
But like, you know.
Oh, what I meant was like The Rock like flying down in the. You might see that eventually on Twitter. It's a funny meme that everyone keeps talking about. Like the cinema kinos are critiquing on that scene.
Yeah.
It's like the Thor Ragnarok black kid again.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Like a live reaction, Heimdall's son. Yeah. I don't
Thor
know,
Love and
like-
Thunder, I mean.
Yeah, it's like, what was I gonna say? Like,
It's crazy. I'm gonna try watching that one, but I don't want to spend money when I can just wait for it like 3
I swear,
months after.
like Morag, I swear, like some people are like talking about how Aquaman was like a visual feast that was like stunning to watch, and I'm like, you can say the same thing about Black Adam. Like they did not skimp on any of the action scenes. See, the way Dwayne Johnson, like the way that they make his character move around while he flies and does his powers, they're all very nice looking. It's like, I dare say it can even rival the kanang pag-visual sa Man of Steel, how super people are portrayed. It's very nice.
Oh,
Like Murag, but it's
alright.
it's just coated in this really stupid dialogue and very weird character stuff. But if you broad strokes like all the Murag, the arcs and the main theme of the movie, it's like you'll be like, okay, that's different, I guess. Like Murag, that's a new thing. Oh, Pierce Brosnan is like really good as Dr. Fate. No, Murag. That's pretty.
I saw snippets though that he's actually wearing something, so it's actually Dr. Fate. Yeah, so
Yeah, it's good. And like, it's
good,
not a
it's
bad
good.
time. It's not a bad time.
all right, I'll see to that.
Yeah.
You know, after I'm actually done with my Overwatch 2 addiction right now.
Because
Did you know that I got my battle pass at max level now?
What? You fucking nerd.
Yeah. Yes, I need to
Damn.
touch grass. And I even bought the battle pass if you saw it.
How much is it? Like in pesos?
It's 500.
No. And then it's like you get all the premium shit. I realized
Yeah.
it's harder na jud to get things that you want, like more stuff that you're saving for. I'm looking at emotes and I have no idea how to get them. I'm like, oh, I should get an emote for Sojourn or something. And then I'm like, because
Yeah.
diba in the previous game you get 50 plus 50 coins or plus 15 for every round. You don't have that anymore. Like the only way to get coins is
Yeah.
money na. And I'm like, what?
Money.
That blows. But does it
There's
change
a
if
lot
I
of monetization issues there. I mean, they have to make money somehow, and the loot boxes were also very controversial in itself. But we'll see to it if they manage to change their business model in the future. But right now, we played a lot of games, and then we even played together. And for some reason, you were using Doomfist.
Yeah, I was like,
Doomfist is not the best character right now.
dude, like I love using Doomfist now. He's like a tank, and then like no one can say shit at me because I'm just supposed to be a tank. I'm just supposed to kanang be hard to kill, and then like I like his kit now. He's like he survives way longer now, but I don't know because I know that you go through the different like channels and you analyze characters differently from me. But I'm just happy that I can use Doomfist and like because he's very awkward and clunky sometimes if you're just new with him. But malingaw ko just bothering everyone and then moving around really fast. It was like, oh, it's fun.
Yeah, he is very annoying when you actually get to punch someone. So you don't want to get punched by a Doomfist. But right now the strongest tank is Zarya, and she's insane. Like she deserves a nerf. And what I used when we played together was Sombra, right? Like
Yeah.
my Sombra was crazy there. Like everyone died. Like I
Yeah.
tried to like flank them. They had no idea what's coming.
We still lost by like I was like because we
Oh,
were
we did?
we were in the PC pool because I was like I've been playing the console pool this entire time and it's like it's pretty manageable. But then when nagbutang ko sa PC pool, it was like why is everyone so good all of a sudden? Like lisura eh. And I think it was
Wait,
because
you were playing on a PlayStation 4, right?
yeah, we were cross playing. It's amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. No wonder you can't reply to my messages there.
Yeah, I know.
You could see them, my messages.
Yeah, I could. And then I would message you on Messenger on my phone and be like, I can't talk, I'm on the PlayStation. It doesn't have a thing.
Oh, PC Master Race.
Ah, boo.
But it's actually you could actually install it there. It's easier to play it there.
Yeah, it's like, my PC can't, like, take it right now. But hey, that's our time.
No, we missed a lot of things.
That's our
but
time,
we will
Drongo.
talk about them.
But I really don't like how Junker Queens is Drongo. I'm like, we're like, is that a slur?
No. Remember what I said? Hey, he said knickers.
Really?
And then everyone thought it's a different thing.
No, really?
Like whenever he shouts, like, "Come up, you knickers, and move!" And then I know it's an Australian thing. It's knickers something. But everyone was like, "Is she saying a slur?" That's what I meant. And
Really? It's not.
You could hear that when you're
Because I feel that it's katong murag when she says Drongo, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure I'm not allowed to say that unless I'm Australian. So I'm like,
No,
murag.
It's not that.
I'm
one.
like, I think it's that one.
It's not that one. It's the other one. It's knickers, and it's an Australian thing apparently. And then everyone mishears it, and then okay, so it's not. It's not what I think.
Get
it
up,
is.
yeah,
I
knickers
see, I
and
see, I see.
move.
Yeah, that one.
Sige.
Yeah. So, no, but next week though, we're gonna have to talk about other things. We might go into horror territory. We forgot to talk about Andor. We forgot to talk about
Hey.
Midnight Mass.
Oh.
Midnight Club. I
Oh
mean,
yeah, the other Mike Flanagan thing.
the other Mike Flanagan thing.
I guess on Andor we can wait for it to finish. Like more, we can talk about it when it ends. I think it has 2 more episodes or 3 more episodes left.
No, it's 12 episodes. We still have like 4 weeks, 5
Wow,
weeks.
nice. I love the show. It's like
So, yeah,
it's like a lot.
it's good.
Yeah, and a lot of people like
It's
ninggawas na ang
the Star Wars movie I needed.
yeah.
Oh, what do you mean?
Ninggawas na ang mga people who are like saying na ano, unsa na like is Andor really good for Star Wars? It's like more there's not enough Easter eggs, and then the analysis is becoming like Andor has become too good for the Star Wars fans. No, like Burag, they want it to dumb down again, and I'm
They're
like,
gridlocked. They can't do anything. That's nice. I like that one.
yeah, but
And yeah, Andor is really good.
bro, it's a very
God damn, really good Star Wars.
it's a smart show, way like.
Good.
Yeah, I was listening to a podcast
Yeah.
from kanang si Tony Gilroy, and then he's just like morag.
Wow. You're listening to another podcast?
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, I didn't know. I thought we were just allowed to listen to other podcasts without like I didn't have to tell you who I'm listening to. Yeah, but say Tony Gilroy was just like morag. He really wanted to tell that morag story of rebellion versus oppression, and like in a very complicated way, and he's just like iyang gi-embrace ang kanang fact that this is Star Wars to be able to tell that story. And I'm like, oh yeah, and the show likes to take its time, Jude, with every episode. It's like there are 3 arcs happening, I think, and it's like 3 episodes per arc na first 3 it's the town, and then the next 3 it's the heist, and then the next 3 I think it's like a prison escape. But like
Yeah. Man, it's crazy to think that there's still a lot of things that we have to look forward to, but we know how it ends, right?
Yeah.
But I'm still interested with these cast of characters because they're really growing on me, and the hot museum assistant is what I needed the most.
you don't like.
So
You don't
I
like
guess
ano?
Huh?
I like ano Sinta.
What?
Sinta.
Syntha.
She already has
Who's
someone to
Syntha?
warm her blanket.
Who's Syntha again?
Katong girlfriend ni ang girlfriend ni Blonde Rebellion leader.
Oh my god, I forgot.
The Indian girl, I think.
Oh,
Indian?
Val. Oh yes, Syntha. She's very beautiful, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, we're gonna have to move on from this
No!
before we talk about more Andor.
We'll wait
Sorry,
for
guys,
we'll
but
wait for the
that's
finale,
been-
but you should check it out. It's super good. It's like
Yes,
the
it's
best
super good.
the best Disney Plus show. Like kinda fuck Mandalorian. I don't give a damn. Like Murag. Well,
Mm-hmm.
sorry. It's like Murag. It's because Mandalorian kind of it feels the worst part of the fandom, and then like sorry Obi-Wan, sorry Boba Fett, and I'm probably gonna be
Mm-hmm.
sorry for Ahsoka, but Andor is like it's focused it's focused on telling its own thing without giving a damn if you know
Yes.
anyone. I'm like, this is good. This is what the Star Wars needs na murag kanong si Baron Harkonnen, he's just amazing in his character. Katong
He steals every scene he's in, man.
katong iyang gisyagitan ang katong si Val, and she's like, look at me, and I'm like,
I'm already scared. I want my own rebellion inside me. Yeah, something like that. But we need to stop, Bayani, before we hug so much time talking Star Wars.
Okay, sorry, but that was it. That was our
That was it.
video games and music apparently, and then like I was able to
Yeah.
let out some Black Adam steam. Watch it. Watch it and tell us what
So
you think.
games, music, and movies.
Wow.
Yeah.
It really is
Tell us what you think.
the pop of the culture.
We got. Yeah, we got the trifecta, man.
Yeah.
And we even talked about porn. So that's 4 now. That's nice.
The hidden
So, yeah.
Sige.
Thank you guys for listening.
Yeah, that was
That has
episode-
been episode
45.
45, right?
Yeah. Thanks guys.
Yeah. See you again.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.